As far as the fact that after living in the White House for an entire tenure, any other residing place may seem dull is true. There are still some of our favorite ex-presidents who know what luxury means. Let's talk about them in this video. George Washington. While most of the ex-presidents like to stay in a low-key modest house, few have opted for a luxurious lifestyle. These homes are all set to blow away your mind and change your entire outlook on what luxury means. Furthermore, you will know what a former president's power and wealth might bring to one. Starting from gold-plated sinks to over-the-top high ceilings, let us find out which presidents chose luxury over everything else. Well, there is an unusual fact about George Washington that he never actually lived inside the White House during his presidency years, because the White House wasn't even completed at the time of his tenure. This is the reason why, unlike the other US presidents, George Washington was found residing in his Virginia home ever since time knows. George Washington's Mount Vernon estate includes a gigantic mansion that included huge gardens, a farm, and a swimming pool as well. The huge mansion had 21 rooms in total along with 11 bathrooms. According to resources, it took over a span of 45 years to complete the architecture of the mansion that Washington had purchased. Moreover, Washington was a symmetry freak, hence why he made his house as symmetrical as possible, but he died just before he could see the complete mansion. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was the third president of the United States of America. Hence, after retiring, he moved to his beautiful abode in Virginia. He already started working on the construction of his dream home way before his presidency ended. Jefferson named his house Monticello, after the mountain on which the mansion had been built back in 1768. It was the same mountain where Jefferson used to play as a kid, near the agricultural land of his father. One thing Jefferson regretted deeply was the construction of his house couldn't be fully completed until his wife Martha was alive. This is the reason why, after her death, Jefferson just completed the final renovation in the uncompleted stage itself. The interior of the house is the true epitome of luxury. Extremely tall ceilings and dome ceilings similar to the White House could be found starting from the bedroom to the living room. This entire mansion was an architectural masterpiece filled with interesting details. James Madison. Unlike the other mansions of the ex-presidents, the home in which James Madison resided after getting retired was not built by him. The mansion is called Montpelier, located in Virginia, and existed way before his tenure as a family heritage. The home was built back in 1723, which was 28 years before Madison was born. James Madison grew up at Montpelier, but he spent most of his life away from his home until he retired. After that, in 1797, James, along with his entire family, including his wife, mother, and father, moved into the newly renovated mansion. Madison decided to add a tinge of Northern Wing culture to the old mansion. The whole renovation procedure ended in 1801. Until then, he and his wife lived in a separate portion of the house for the sake of their privacy. Along with the addition of the northern wing, Madison also decided to build a portico at the front of the house to put the entire look together. Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson had already purchased this 425-acre property along with a farm in Tennessee. In an interview, Andrew revealed that they purchased the property in a hassle because the area was one of the most well-known and lavish estates in their state, so they decided to purchase it as soon as possible to avoid future financial strain. After Andrew Jackson retired as the 7th President of the United States of America, he led a full life of luxury in his new home. The entire mansion is a true example of what luxury and lavish architecture mean. The mansion has a total of 15 rooms along with 7 bathrooms and a huge entry hall. The entry hall has a grand staircase, 2 parlors, and a lot of entertaining arcades for guests and families. The Hermitage is also equipped with an outstanding library and a unique dining room with a few rare features, such as a reflecting wall paint and a patterned floor. It is now turned into a museum. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln proudly resided in his Springfield, Illinois home until his death in 1865. Back in 1844, before his retirement, the Lincoln family purchased the house for $1,800 and spent the rest of the years making major renovations. As it seemed, Abraham Lincoln couldn't get enough of the renovations, so he constantly renovated his house more than 6 times. The most striking feature of his mansion was the unique and extraordinary wallpapers. According to resources, Lincoln renovated each and every corner of the house, so the original wallpaper was hardly found in any place. But all thanks to archaeological technology, historians were able to recreate what the house would have looked like while Lincoln and his family resided there. The home also consisted of luxury curtains and carpets throughout, depicting what Abraham Lincoln absolutely loved: luxury. Click on one of these 2 videos on screen right now.